Have you ever wondered why so many African businesses struggle to succeed and why a significant number of startups fail to reach their 50th anniversary? And why is it that Africa, with its so many resources, has a few millionaires as compared to other regions? Hello, I'm Ruvara Sheganyop and welcome to Building $1 Million Dreams, a show where we dive deep into the world of African business, entrepreneurship, and economic realities. If you are an entrepreneur or aspiring business owner, you are in the right place. Today we have a prominent guest and her name is Tatenda Ngwedzi. She's also the founder and CEO of Business Matters with Tatenda. Good morning, Tatenda.
Morning, how are you?
I'm all right. Welcome to Building $1 Million Dreams.
Thank you for having me.
All right, you're welcome. So since this program is about building the mindset for success, can you please start by telling us what Tatenda Ngwedzi is?
Tatenda is the only girl in your family. Tatenda is a passionate entrepreneur in building systems and business. I run a company called Business Matters with Tatenda, which deals with digital marketing, project management, tax advisory, and a holistic approach in transforming our businesses to become digital, all forming under digital marketing per se.
Okay. So you are the only girl in your family?
Yes.
How many are you?
5.
Okay, so 4 boys and you?
Yes.
Okay, so how does it feel like, being the only girl in your family and out of 4 boys?
It has its perks, it has its own good thing, because for me, growing up, I was the only sort of a favorite.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, you had to fight your way through with the boys, but I always had things easy, somehow.
Okay. Since you are the only girl.
Yes.
I actually get you. So for our young listeners, what is one piece of advice you would give about using their own life story as a strength in their career?
Your own story is your competitive advantage or your unique value proposition. No one can steal your past. And it's only you who can use it to either make it positive or break it. So if you have your own story, that's the big bone which you need to use to create systems at the end of the day, to create who you are. Because before a business, there is a person. But who is that person? What is it that makes that person? We have entrepreneurs, but you can have an entrepreneur who is just an entrepreneur in money aspect, but what are their values? What is it that they believe in? How do they control the situation around them?
Okay, so you mentioned that you went to a few different schools, and this helped you learn to adapt and talk to different kinds of people. So can you please tell us about a specific time early in your career where this ability to adapt really helped you?
Okay. I think I was in my professional academic era where I was at the Corporate Governance Institute in Zimbabwe. At the corporate governance, it was just different from our other schools. I think if you read my schools, another one is a university, it's an institute of what. But with corporate governance, there was a lot of practicality. And it helped me in the sense that I actually learned how to connect with the outside world, because with them, it's all about building structures. It's all about saying, okay, we have a bad business. How can you come out from that? So at the end of the day, you have to learn. Partly, I can say applied law helped me to be me today. So it's a fusion of things. I pick this here, I pick that there. And yes, Tatenda.
So you can actually say that really helped you to be who you are today.
Yes.
Okay, so your research on digitalizing Zimbabwe's procurement system was selected internationally.
Yes.
Okay, so from an entrepreneur's perspective, what is the biggest barrier to digital transformation in Africa?
Mindset.
Okay.
Because you look at, let's go back to procurement in Zimbabwe. Procurement was the first sector in government to be digitalized. Right? But then it faced a lot of resistance, not because people, they don't have the tools, they have the tools, but everyone was just so used to carry a lot of papers. So an African feels important when they are carrying a lot of papers,
Right.
and they don't really have to streamline systems. So the biggest barrier is mindset. If we correct our mindset and say smart use of technology is the smart way to go, and everything changes. Yes, we can talk about barriers like people are in rural settlements, or you're in a peri-urban area and there are no computers, but who doesn't have a phone?
Right.
At the
So
end of the day,
mindset is the
it's
major.
mindset, because you find out that in as much as we are, when I wrote that, the main gap that I said is that there is no education
Okay.
to people to say, okay, this is what we want to do, this is how it helps you. And at the end of the day, maybe I'm deviating a bit from that, but we also need to teach people to say, you know what, this is a smartphone, but it's not really to say I'm just watching reels, I'm just watching what's trending, but you can actually use it to
And learn something from
yes,
it.
yeah.
Okay, so what practical step can business owners take today to prepare for this digital future?
Okay, digital transformation is not something that is not hard.
No.
At the end of the day, it's 1, 2 at a time. Currently, we have Facebook. An entrepreneur can just start by learning how to boost the lead management process. How can I get that person to convert? It's another thing. So at the end of the day, this is my way to an entrepreneur. Start by changing your invoicing system. Start by changing how you streamline your accounting. Then you get into Facebook. Most of the things on the digital transformation space, you actually get to learn as you go. So 1, 2 at a time, we'll get there.
So your work on fairness for women in the workplace gained global recognition.
Yes.
So what is one simple thing a small or medium business can implement today to create a fair and empowering environment for women?
I think women need to be recognized
All right.
with equality. At the end of the day, we are in Africa, and we are in a patriarchal society. At the end of the day, so the patriarchal society favors the male counterpart, but we have women who actually do things. So if we are going to give women a fairness and equality, that's number one thing that we can do. Also, when I wrote that abstract, I said women so wired into looking beautiful. You have your lashes, you have everything. So as African women, we are so wired to say, okay, if I have my Brazilian, if I'm looking like this, if I have my nose, I'm okay. But let's go back again to the mindset to say, when we have given them equality, let's empower them in the right way.
Okay.
Because it's so ancient where I could say a woman just needs to look beautiful and she makes it and what.
And that's what matters.
Yes. And currently in Zimbabwe, when a woman gets a degree, they say it's enough. In our native language, so all that, it needs to change and say, okay, in as much as we're giving them equality, let's open spaces for women to have a fair workplace area, to have a fair playground in the entrepreneurship. But it all comes in, at the end of the day, let's put that ideas into them.
And fairness to
Yes.
women. Okay, so you have also written about using digital tools to help small businesses grow.
Yes.
So many of our viewers are small business owners who fear the term digital transformation. How would you explain it in one simple sentence, and what is the first easy step they should take?
Okay. Let me, sorry if I'm deviating again, but I wrote a book, Digital Advantage.
Okay.
So in putting it one sentence is that adapt, learn, and act.
Okay, so have you published the book yet?
The book is out there, but it
Okay.
has not been launched yet. It's
Okay.
being sold, 1 or 2 there, but it is not. And practically the book is just saying, you know what, this is how you need to adapt into the environment.
Okay.
And so that's why I said learn, adapt, and act on it. Yeah.
Okay, so when are you launching the book? And people who may also want it or need it, where would they get it?
The book is set to be launched in March
Okay.
next year. Why did I say March? I wanted time to get a pilot program to run, to say, okay, are people accepting it well or not? And the book currently can be found by using my handles, Business Matters on Facebook. Someone will talk to you, or you can just come to my office, 113 Samora.
And we will get the book.
And you get the book.
Okay. So you have observed that many businesses have excellent online presence, but poor in-person customer service. Why do you think that this gap exists?
We are going to come back to mindset again.
Okay.
Because the entrepreneur today is all about making money. It's not all about making connection. I always talk about productocracy. You are an entrepreneur, you're in the selling field, you're in the business field, but connect with your people. And also, I also took under productocracy, it has to do with behavioral effects.
Okay.
How are you behaving? Remember, you asked me and you said, how does your past shape someone? And I said it's your competitive advantage, right? So at the end of the day, you're an entrepreneur. Connect before the money,
Right.
so that it creates some ambience in your business. Because think of it when you're waking up and you're saying, today I want to make $1 million. And you just go there for what? Someone says, Masquerade, say, how much is that? Or what? $10. Okay, so I'm going to go to what? Can I say money by pan?
Okay.
Can anyone buy from that?
Then
but you can actually say, you know what, you can always have a better way to say, you know what, things are hard, and you actually connect with someone. So at the end of the day, you find that people always die in the funnel of making it because you are not really being a business person. You are selling stuff. I always tell people when I do my training and I say, you know what, in productocracy, be careful just to sell a product and you're just selling because you are wholesaling from somewhere and you come and sell under a name that you don't own.
So in that issue, behavior actually matters.
Yes.
Okay. So you stand by the principle, deliver outcomes you can guarantee.
Yes.
Okay, so what does that mean to you, and why is it a core requirement for any entrepreneur aiming for $1 million success?
All right, delivering a best outcome, it creates a referral process for you.
Okay.
So if you come to Business Matters and I treat you like family, you'd want to come back next time. So when someone asks about this familiar or this something that is similar to what I do, you can just say, go to Business Matters to attend. She can do that. I'm not doing something different from the next person. But when you deliver the best outcome, I have instances where I say, you know what, good morning, ma'am. You gave me your money yesterday, but today I faced 1, 2, 3. I'm not able to submit that today. It's something that I'm not mandated to do, but I'm connecting and I'm delivering the best that I can to you so that you can actually feel good. Yes, my money is working somehow. And I create a funnel that you can never break at the end of the day.
Okay, so people say you're often the last person to leave the office, right? What does work ethic mean to you?
I'm always the last to leave an office because I'm just wired that way, number one.
Okay.
And on work ethic is, at the end of the day, if you want to create the best work ethic is when you follow your passion and you're living in your passion, work ethic is not hard.
No.
Because apart from entrepreneurship, you can have someone saying, I want to be a doctor, but I have 15 points. But what is it that you're doing? Are you loving what you're doing? Are you into what you're doing? Or you're just there for an 8 to 5, I get my money, I go and do that, and I leave. So work ethic is following your passion and having discipline in it. Yeah.
So how has it contributed to the results you deliver?
On a scale of what?
On a scale of 10?
Let's be safe and say 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as a CEO, how do you balance working very hard yourself with making sure your team doesn't get burnt out?
Okay. We are so a small team, and for making sure that my team doesn't get burnt out is I give them a platform to share ideas.
Oh.
Because I might be a CEO today, and I might be the visionary of something. But you know what? The world is revolving, and there are a lot of brilliant people out there. So if you don't want someone to burn out, you know what? When you come to a workplace, you come to Business Mentors Tatenda, and Tatenda is just saying we are going to market 1, 2, 3, 4. You're just going to follow that. Nothing else is going to come into picture. And you as a worker and you with someone with passion, you get burned out sometimes because you're just working like a robot, you know. You don't really have the same thing. But if someone says, you know what, Tatenda, I think we have been marketing this way. Why can't we market in this manner?
Right.
Okay, let's try it. If it fails, we go back to my what? To my system. That's another way I don't make you get to be burned out or anything, because I'm creating a motivation technique in you. Another thing that we have to do in order for us not to burn out is to take what we can on a particular day. What we cannot fix, we cannot fix on that day. We can take it to the next day. So that brings out to the orders that we take. If we say in a week we can manage to run 30 companies, the next client that comes, we can say, you know what, we can register your company in an hour or 2 hours or in a day. But we are fully booked. Can we put you on a date like Monday next week to come and collect? That way we don't get burnout.
Okay.
Because if we are just collecting and we put everything in a pool and we say we want to make things happen, we are not computers, we are not machines. We do with what we can.
So you actually take what you can, deal with it.
Yes.
All right.
And also take what you are capable of completing.
Okay.
Yes.
So you say entrepreneurs should put all hands on deck. So they should get involved. You also say they should get involved in their business 90% of the time.
Yes.
Can you please give us an example from your own journey where this all-in attitude was the only thing that saved a project?
If you're an entrepreneur, you have your cute baby in your hands. Your business is your cute baby. Okay. So you can be a mother and you have your child. Do you let anyone take it?
No.
No.
You actually take care of it.
You actually take care of it. So that attitude helps you to see, in as much as we have people, in as much as we want to say, you know what, I want to motivate them not to get burned out and everything. If you're that entrepreneur, my car, my handbag, you know what, do this, I'm coming back at 1. You create loopholes in your business.
Okay.
The major loophole is just theft, like plain theft, and you don't get to see, I'm actually losing money here. You also create, I don't know if I can call it familiarity, I don't know, but you create a space that breeds inefficiency. Because remember, if you're not 90% all in, this person is just coming to work. Yes, you share your vision when someone comes, you know what, Business Mentors Tatenda, in 5 years I want to have branched out into this, what, and you leave the place for them. They will never carry your vision. That's the honest truth. You can have a vision, but no one can
To them, it will
claim.
be actually something.
It's a code of conduct.
Right.
To them. Yes, so you need to be 90% all in. And for me, like currently we have a Mandara project that we run.
Okay.
So I also need to be all in to actually understand, because it's a house being changed into a B&B, right?
Okay.
So I actually need to understand, okay, so when architects come, what do they require? Because for Business Matters, I'm not an architect, but I'm just managing the project. So I also need to know all those things. I don't need to hear them from the next person.
All right.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
So how do these standard systems help a business grow faster and avoid mistakes in the
Standardized
business?
systems. Standardized systems creates a channel before the client, but for your company. For example, we can have a system say, okay, you have 5 employees. How do they log in? How do they log out? What are the limits? It creates a system. It creates respect. It creates seniority. In as much as I want you people to be my family, you have to respect at the end of the day. So when we have systems, everyone knows where they start and when they end at the end of the day. So if we are going to do procurement is responsible, but who do they report to?
Okay.
If you're going to do this, what is our client satisfaction rules? If you bend it, what's going to happen? So from that, you create a system that is so strong that you grow in that manner. Most of the entrepreneurs that we have, you know what they do? They get a building, they get chairs, and they get what? And the entrepreneur is coming every morning. You are not selling, you are not selling. So at the end of the day, those are not systems. So you also need to create systems and you evaluate them yearly as you go. And systems are good in such a manner that when you have systems, you can create a space for your company to learn. Be open to workshops when you're creating systems.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the importance of formalizing a business? Because I see many entrepreneurs fear that.
Formalizing your business helps you grow.
Registering your company and stuff like that.
So formalizing your business, like I said, it helps you grow at the end of the day. And it also gives you a legal standing wherever you go with your business. Just think of it, if you want to, you can have something that you're good at, but you're not formalized, you're not even formal. And you say to CBZ, you know what, I can create that logo. But the language that they use is, are you registered?
Okay.
So a lot of people come in to say, I will not register my company because I'll give the nation money, I'll give the country money that I don't have. Or I'll start being an enemy for Zimra. But at the end of the day, when you formalize your business, you're saying, you know what, I'm here to trade, and you're giving yourself space to grow and
recognition
yes.
too. Okay. So having worked with many people, what is the one common trait you see in entrepreneurs who succeed?
Resilience.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you please tell us more about resilience?
With the business climate that we have in Zimbabwe, one just needs to be resilient. Today you can sell, tomorrow you cannot sell. So you also need not to give up. So resilience is one strong feature that I've seen in entrepreneurs that are successful, and they are patient to grow at the end of the day. Yeah.
Okay. So on the other hand, what is a common mistake or habit that usually leads to an entrepreneur failing? From your own perspective.
To get rich when you are not yet rich.
Okay.
We have entrepreneurs that when you sell 10,000, 11,000, you now want to have an SUV, you now want to be seen at, not even Cochrane. No. That won't be a place. You now want to be seen at Cosmo. So sometimes give yourself time to grow and don't look rich when you're not yet. Because I believe that the first 10 years of your business, you're just reinvesting into your business, and you start to actually make money late after 10 years. Because I have had situations where I can give everyone money and I remain without.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you actually have to invest in your business maybe for
yes,
the
and
first 10
reinvesting.
Okay.
Because when you're starting your business, you want to grow today and you have a profit of 10,000. You cannot just take that home. You can use it to grow to the next space. But then you get an entrepreneur with one shop for 25 years and they are not going anywhere because they are taking profit home.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's one thing you would tell an entrepreneur. Let's say an entrepreneur comes to you worried about failing. That's the only thing you would tell them.
Yeah, don't get rich quick.
Okay.
That's the simplest thing that I can say. Yeah.
Okay. So what is one book that changed how you think about your work, Tatenda?
I can say it's the 10X Rule book written by Craig Cardone. It's an American book. I found it online. What the book specifically says is the 10 rules to business.
Okay.
Number one is the business is yours, but it's not yours at the end of the day. Number two, it says business is a ministry. Business, entrepreneurship rather, is a calling, not a duty. So entrepreneurs, they don't sleep. You work 24/7. So another thing that it says is that your identity is also your business.
Okay.
How you behave, how people say hi, how people say what, places that you see represents your business. I cannot talk about African Fourwinds when I see you at a particular place and I'm like, one of those people. Yeah, that's the book I can say it shaped me.
So identity matters too.
Yes.
Finally, looking at your journey so far, what does success look like to you in the next 5 years, and how will it help you guide the next generation of leaders?
Success for business managers in the next 5 years is to be a leading advisory firm. That's everyone's wish for an entrepreneur.
Okay.
And to have expanded not only in Harare, but to be accessible everywhere. And to be the number one go-to for all your formalization needs. 2026, we are rolling out business in a box strategy that deals with company registration, handling your finances, also handling your social security and your tax issues. Yeah.
And also your business cash flows.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for watching. So if you are interested in this kind of thing, or if you are an entrepreneur or an aspiring business owner, you can actually follow us on YouTube and also Facebook, our social media handle, Building $1 Million Dreams. Thank you.